Right now, we're waiting to learn more about possible charges for a Madison man after police say he fled the scene of a crash on the city's east side. And after several artists pull their music from Spotify over COVID misinformation, the music platform is making a few changes. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. We are awaiting possible charges for a man after a hit and run on Madison's east side over the weekend. The crash on Milwaukee Street sent one person to the hospital. They're expected to be okay. Madison police say the suspect ran from the scene and armed himself inside a home. The man later turned himself in after negotiations with police. Police say they found evidence of shots fired outside an apartment building in West Madison. Officers received several calls about gunfire in the 4300 block of Britta Drive around 11:30 last night. Investigators found shell casings in the area and bullet holes in an occupied apartment. No injuries reported, and police say it was a targeted shooting. Let's head to the weather center now. Julian Seawright has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Lots of sun out there today.
Oh, lots of sun, and we're also looking at some temperatures that are going to...
All right, we'll get to the weather in just a second here. We'll move on and get to the weather in just a second. Millions out east are facing an icy commute today after a brutal weekend of wild weather. A nor'easter brought heavy snow, howling winds, and coastal flooding to much of the Northeast. Satellite images of the East Coast showing snow stretching from South Carolina to Maine. Blizzard conditions were reported in at least 6 states, and more than 2 feet of snow fell in at least 3 of them.
We have high winds before, we've had high tides before, but it's the wind, it's the tide, it's the snow, it's everything all at once.
There have been at least 4 deaths connected to the storm. The UN Security Council will meet today to discuss the threat against Ukraine. Right now, thousands of citizens in the country are joining local defense units in preparation for a possible Russian invasion. Moscow maintains it has no plans to invade Ukraine, but that doesn't explain the roughly 100,000 troops on the country's border.
Everywhere here is our land, so we have to defend it. It makes me angry, but it's not like, what am I gonna do? It makes me angry, like, to prepare myself, you know.
U.S. leaders say a Russian invasion would be horrific, but there is still time for President Putin to choose a different course. Tensions in the Pacific are rising again after North Korea launched a ballistic missile over the weekend. North Korea released still photos of Sunday's launch near the Chinese border, as well as pictures it says were taken from space from a camera on the missile. The Biden administration says it remains committed to making sure that North Korea does not become a nuclear nation, and says it's willing to hold talks with the North over its ballistic missile and nuclear programs.
We've told Pyongyang we're willing to sit down without precondition to have those kinds of dialogues, but obviously Kim Jong-un wants to go a different way, so we have to make sure that we're ready militarily on the peninsula and in the region.
This is the 7th North Korean launch of short or intermediate range missiles this month. Spotify and podcaster Joe Rogan are now speaking out about the controversy over COVID misinformation on the platform. Last week, musician Neil Young asked Spotify to remove his music after the company declined to get rid of Rogan's episodes that have been criticized for spreading virus misinformation. Other artists, including Joni Mitchell and Niles Lofgren, followed suit.
Any censorship, we're all for free speech. We just don't want to be associated with misinformation and lies that are killing Americans.
If there's anything that I've done that I could do better is have more experts with differing opinions right after I have the controversial ones.
Spotify will now add content advisories before any podcast that discusses COVID and vaccines, something Rogan says he agrees with. All right, I think Julian is mic'd up now.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Lots of sun out there.
Actually, yes, so lots of sun, and as we're finally getting into our weather for us, temperatures are going to be very pleasant throughout the beginning of our week, much better than what we've seen over the past couple. As we get things rolling for us as of right now, still a bit on the chillier side, but we can see middle 20s already for us, but those winds from the south are keeping us feeling a little bit of winter's bite with 14 degrees as we head outside. Now, as we go in throughout the rest of the afternoon, just know we are looking at dry conditions to stick around throughout all of the upper Midwest throughout the course of today. Temperatures are going to continue to increase, however. We're looking at those 20s, but 30 degrees already into Janesville as of right now with 27 degrees in Platteville. Wind speeds are going to stay on the breezy side throughout the course of the day as we maintain 14 miles per hour winds here in Madison, which is why we are still seeing a little bit of wind chill, but not seeing those single digits or below zero wind chills either. So it's definitely going to be a pretty pleasant day, and it feels like it throughout. As we get into the rest of the afternoon, lower 30s are going to stick around, but see how those 20s will be maintained as we go even into tonight. It's going to be setting up for tomorrow to be a wonderful one, and we'll get into that in a few moments. Until then, let's toss it back to you, Mark.
All right. Thanks, Julian. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
Another rapid COVID-19 test gets the all clear for kids and the top cities to complete a new year, new job resolution. I'm Diane King Hall at the CBS Broadcast Center. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Call Wisconsin's #1 remodeler, Mad City Baths, your trusted local source for baths, easy access tub-to-shower conversions, and walk-in tubs installed in as little as 1 day. Act now to be one of 50 homeowners who receive special savings with free installation on a new bath or shower. 18 months, no interest, no payments, senior and military discounts. And we're going to take before and after pictures and compensate you for your time. Call during this program to receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466, 608-729-4466.
Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, restoring normal and natural functionality where it counts most. Call now and receive an ultrasound. Your initial consultation all for free. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
During Steinhoppel's Super Sale, have dinner on us. Get a $100 Grubhub, Uber Eats, or DoorDash gift card when you purchase some new furniture. Start with 35% off the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices. Plus, when you take advantage of Steinhoppel's special financing, you'll save even more. So get some new furniture and have dinner on us during the Super Sale at Steinhoppel's. Relax, it's Steinhoppel's.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Wall Street navigated choppy waters on the last trading day of the month, and it has been a bumpy January for stocks. The S&P 500 has been flirting with correction territory as investors fret about inflation and the Fed's next steps. There's another rapid test option for kids. OraSure says its COVID-19 rapid tests now have a green light from the FDA for children ages 2 to 14. The approval comes after demonstrating 93% accuracy in both children and adults. Previously, its tests were cleared under emergency use authorization for adults and teens ages 15 to 17. Thousands of older workers will get help from AARP to boost their digital skills. Beginning this spring, the organization is launching an initiative to offer tech and digital skills training to low-income workers ages 50 and up. The program is being funded with a $10 million grant from Google and will kick off in 8 states. And if you are looking for a place to relocate, Glassdoor is out with its list of 100 best places to work. The site dug through millions of employee reviews to compile its list. High marks for Google and NVIDIA helped San Francisco earn the top spot this year. Boston landed at number 2. Los Angeles and New York rounded out the top 4. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 124 points. The NASDAQ up 317. The S&P 500 up 44.5. Well, there's still more ahead on News 3 Now at noon, including Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Plus, a city in China is flooded in yellow and red light. And what's the weather going to be like this week? Your complete forecast is next.
Spruce up your bathroom with a beautiful new bath or shower from Mad City Baths. Installed in as little as 1 day, infused with Microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning.
The maintenance on the shower is nothing, just a wipe down every now and then, and that's really been really nice since the old one was much more than that.
You can count on Mad City Baths to do the job on time and on budget. Now, listen to this. Mad City is looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. 50 homeowners will save with free installation, 18 months, no interest, and no payments, senior military discounts, and will compensate you for your time. Just call in now to get a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466, 608-729-4466.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
Complete your bathroom update with help from Menards. Max has more than 1,000 shower doors, bathtubs, and shower kits to add luxury to your life. Match your style and save big money with our beautiful selection of Hannah shower kits. Add a finishing touch with a Waterpik shower head. The innovative and sleek designs offer multiple modes and massage capabilities, like the Power Pulse Massage 7-spray handheld shower head. On sale just $29.99 now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
He danced like a leprechaun, walked with goblins, turned into a turkey, and much more. Josh Bryder shares a year of holiday memories in the 608.
And, of course, we're tracking a roller coaster ride of temperatures. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
She swam to fight cancer.
With the statistics, it's amazing that I'm still here.
Now 4 new swimmers join her fight. Susan Simon takes you inside a groundbreaking UW study.
It's going to be very promising.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 6. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Again, now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. The last day of January. Hard to believe.
I know, isn't it? I was kind of thinking that. I flipped the page in my calendar and have a new puppy to look at, but more events coming up for sure. Busy week for a lot of Wisconsin farmers. Later this week, Thursday and Friday, we'll be up in Wisconsin Dells for the annual Corn Soy Expo. Don't forget, if you're still looking at the program, want to get registered, I advise you try to do that before you show up at the Kalahari. Just go to cornsoyexpo.org. Over the weekend, members of the Wisconsin Farmers Union had their annual convention. They played it safe and went virtual again this year, but they recognized some of the leaders we've got in Wisconsin during their 91st annual convention. Friend of the Family Farmer was presented to Paul Dittman. Paul is with Compeer Financial. Prior to that, he worked for 16 years with the state of Wisconsin, first as a county ag agent in Sauk County, and then with the Wisconsin Farm Center at the Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection. He was named Friend of the Family Farmer by the Wisconsin Farmers Union. Well deserved. The Builder Award goes to Kirsten Jersick. She's from Jefferson. She is one of those Farmers Union members that's always trying to find new ways to get people involved and new things for the Farmers Union to be engaged with. And then the Emerging Leader Award went to Christy Allen. She is the founder of the Bee's Knees, a beekeeping business way up in Grantsburg. She was selected as the Emerging Leader Award, somebody to watch. As always, I'm keeping an eye on what's happening with our dairy markets. Today, barrel cheese in Chicago was up 3 3/4 cents at $1.78. 40-pound block cheese gained 4 on a Monday at $1.83. Meanwhile, AA butter, that stood still at $2.54 a pound. So fairly quiet for the final wrap-up of January. But looking forward to a lot of fun in February. That conference up in Wisconsin Dells should be a good time. Nice to get back together with folks in Network.
Absolutely. All right, Pam. Thank you. Enjoy the day. A sea of lanterns is turning a city in southwest China into a fairy tale world to welcome in the Lunar New Year. The streets of the city have become a sea of lanterns, which are mostly in red, a color representing good luck for the new year in Chinese culture. Particularly eye-catching at this year's Lantern Festival are 2 giant tiger-shaped lights at the entrance to the fair. This Lunar New Year is the year of the tiger. It starts tomorrow. That is pretty impressive. Head over to Julia now. A complete look at the forecast, and the temperatures tomorrow look pretty impressive, too.
That's right. They do look very impressive. On top of that, we are going to be starting to see a roller coaster, so definitely enjoy today and for tomorrow because we're only going to be seeing this very briefly. But at least we have a beautiful sunset, or not sunset, sorry. We have beautiful skies. We're getting things rolling for us into our afternoon. And our current conditions as of right now, it's 26 degrees in Madison, but it does feel like it is 14 degrees because of those southerly winds, breezy at 14 miles per hour as of right now. With temperatures into southern Wisconsin, 26 in Madison and Monroe, 28 in Platteville. But we can see 30 degrees in Janesville. It's pretty mild for this time of year, as our last day in January is definitely going to be feeling more pleasant than it has in the last couple of weeks. Even though it is on the breezier side, especially into southern Wisconsin, as we can see those wind speeds into the double digits throughout the course of this afternoon. It's going to be sticking around like that as we get into the later part of today as well. But we are onto the dry side here in Wisconsin, so as you're planning out the rest of today, just know we're going to be seeing that cloud cover really be on the partly sunny side until we get into about tonight. We're going to be seeing more clouds starting to roll in for us. Aside from that, enjoy around the 5 p.m. Evening commute. We are going to be seeing those temperatures into the upper 20s and lower 30s throughout much of today. And then as we get into tonight, the temperatures are going to stay steady throughout the overnight hours, where we're going to be going into our Tuesday morning already into around the 30-degree range. So as you get out the door tomorrow morning, just know temperatures are going to feel pretty good for us. Even though it will be cloudy, we're still not looking for much in terms of activity. We'll still start to see those breezy conditions throughout the course of our Tuesday, but 40 degrees, it's definitely pretty nice to welcome in the first day of February. As we get into our Tuesday evening commute, temperatures are going to begin to drop and will drop tremendously as we head into the overnight hours into our Wednesday morning, because we are going to be seeing once again that Arctic blast starting to roll its way into the overnight hours into Wednesday and Thursday. But then we're going to go back to being more seasonable as we inch closer to the weekend. As you can see, a bit more warmer temperatures back to those 20s. Will be back for us as we head into Saturday and for Sunday. But until then, we are looking at a roller coaster ride. So enjoy Monday and Tuesday, and then as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, we're back to the teens. And with those breezy conditions, we will see wind chill values of single digits and below zero, especially into the early morning. But the activity is not for us. The activity is for everywhere that's south into the Midwest. So northern Illinois, as we can see that winter storm watches in effect for that system that's going to be bringing in, which we once hoped, some snow for us in the southern areas of Wisconsin, but it is going to miss us and really just hit Illinois, which is going to be bringing in close to about a foot of snow for some areas. So that's something to keep an eye for when you have to travel there. Just know that it's going to be very dicey heading into the middle part of this week. A few things we'll need to know. We're going to stay dry. It's going to stay quiet, but it's definitely going to see a return of winter's bite as we head into our Wednesday. And that's what we're going to see from our 10-day forecast. The teens are back and our lows are back into the single digits and even below zero as well. So we're going to be seeing another cold front roll through, but it is going to be brief as well, because as we get back into the weekend mark, we are looking at our first week of February to be not too bad, but back to seasonable as we head into the weekend.
All right, yeah, up and down, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Julian, thank you. As we mentioned, this week kicks off the Chinese New Year, and Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen has a recipe for a classic almond cookie that might just bring you good luck.
This week kicks off the Chinese New Year, which is also known as the Spring Festival. It's a time for celebrating and for spring cleaning. where it's a tradition to sweep away the bad fortune to make way for good luck. And since we believe every holiday or festival needs sweets, we want to share a classic cookie that may bring you luck. We begin by creaming together some butter, sugar, an egg, water, and some almond extract. After that's well blended, we add some flour and baking powder. Make sure you do this slowly so you don't end up with a big mess. Now we scoop or roll the dough into 1-inch balls and place them on a baking sheet. And to get these just the right shape, we flatten them with the bottom of a glass and sprinkle them with sugar. Then we top each with an almond and we bake them off. That's all there is to it. What we end up with is a melt-in-your-mouth cookie that's bursting with flavor. You can whip these up start to finish in less than 30 minutes. To get the recipe for our Chinese almond rounds, all you need to do is check out our website, and hopefully these cookies will bless you with good fortune. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a lucky festive way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Up next, Linda Barge for the Bruce Company is answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call is 608-270-9933. We'll get to your questions right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When you're seriously injured, your life can be turned upside down.
I was in the hospital and I didn't know what the future was going to hold. When I called Hupie and Abraham, I got my medical bills paid and a whole lot more.
Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners whose bath or shower doesn't look so good and is hard to clean. Call Mad City Baths now to take your bathroom from outdated to outstanding in as little as 1 day. From walk-in showers with a low threshold entrance to walk-in tubs with relaxing hydrotherapy. So why wait? This opportunity won't last long. Remember, we have special savings for 50 homeowners. Free installation on a new bath or shower. 18 months, no interest and no payments. Senior and military discounts. We're going to take before and after pictures. We're going to compensate you for your time. Last chance to call in to get the $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate only from Mad City Baths. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466, 608-729-4466.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues to help hardworking families attain homeownership. By providing financial coaching, homeowners can manage their mortgage and other finances while building stability for their family. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
If you stutter on the phone, speech-to-speech is for you.
Hi, Nihada. This is Andy Smith, and I was calling to see if our home loan has been approved.
A specially trained operator revoices a conversation to the person on the other end of the line.
Hi, Nihada. This is Andy Smith, and I was calling to see if our home loan has been approved.
Oh, Andy, we have great news. You've been approved for the full amount.
To learn more about speech-to-speech relay service, go to wisconsinrelay.com.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team is here for you, exposing scams, mediating consumer disputes, and getting results. Contact us by phone or on channel3000.com.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
We're taking action for you.
Careless drivers cause serious injuries.
The car ran a red light, hit my vehicle hard. I'm glad I called Hupie and Abraham. I was very happy with the results.
Tell the insurance company you mean business.
A good lawyer shouldn't cost you more. They should get you more.
Linda Barge from the Bruce Company is answering your plant and garden questions. The number 608-270-9933. Hello, Linda.
Hi there, Mark.
How are you on this last day of January?
Enjoying the sunshine. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Let's get to the phones. We'll start with Chuck in Janesville. Hi, Chuck. What's your question?
Linda, my question was, I have a green pepper plant that was during the summer an outside raised bed that I brought in, put in a planter. And I've got a nice green pepper that's coming in. However, I've got these little bugs that are on them that they've kind of got like a little like a little nest, and they're very, very small. And it looks like it's affecting the leaves on it. And I was wondering what I can use to get rid of these little insects.
Yeah, I would suspect a type of aphid, and so that should be fairly easy to take care of. If you would even use a cotton swab with alcohol on it, or even a good spray of water will knock aphids down, and they aren't very strong flyers. They're not likely to come back. And if they're in a nest, just clean that all up, because yeah, there could certainly be some little insects that came in with that plant. But good job.
All right.
I see. I've used a sprayer before, so I'll go with the alcohol with the swab.
All right.
Okay.
Growing peppers inside in the winter. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go to Carrie in Lodi. Hi, Carrie. What's your question?
Yes, I have a Meyer lemon tree that was out on the deck all summer. It did just beautifully. Brought it in the house, and now it's looking terrible. Any suggestions?
Well, we need more days like this. We've had sort of some pretty gloomy weather in December, and January was a little better. But if you have as sunny a window, see, if you're going to have a citrus like that, sunroom is really advisable, or artificial lights, because Wisconsin, we just have too much darkness until we start getting closer to March.
Yeah, it's lost most of all of its leaves. I think one branch still has leaves, but the rest are bare, but they're still green, so I'm thinking they're not dead.
Okay, if they're still green, then if you can make it through until we get more light, or hopefully when it's warm enough, you can move it outside, and then that will, as long as it has green tissue underneath the bark,
okay,
there's a good chance it'll bud out again.
All right, let's go to Frank now in Linden Station. Hi, Frank. What's your question?
Yes, Linda, I'd like to know, I've had a climbing rose bush for about 10 years now. In the last 5 years, it hasn't bloomed or had any buds on it. What can I do?
Well, if that climbing rose has stopped flowering, I'm concerned that the portion that actually is meant to be the hybrid that you're growing, you may have lost it. If it died all the way back down to the ground, because that's probably a budded rose, and you may just have the rootstock growing, and then sometimes they just are not able to flower. But you want to make sure that you have it in as much bright sunlight. That's a full sun situation to make sure it flowers, plus fertilizer.
Okay, let's go to Karen in Lodi. Hi, Karen. What's your question?
Yes, I didn't get my perennial gardens or peonies covered up before the snow came. So if the snow melts off of them, can I put straw on there since there's no leaves around, or should I just keep throwing snow on them, or dig the snow off, or do what?
Well, peonies are very hardy. You don't have to worry about covering them with hay. You may have some other tender perennials that might benefit if we totally lose all of our snow. But we're moving into February. So we've already probably experienced, hopefully, some of our coldest temperatures.
Yeah, hopefully.
But just if you've got nice light snow, that's a good way to cover it up to insulate them.
Okay.
But don't worry about your peonies.
All right, we are out of time, Linda. Thank you. Thank you all for calling in. We'll do it again next week. Have a good day, Linda.
You too. Bye. All
right, here's Julian. One final check of the forecast.
Well, our biggest takeaway we're going to be seeing throughout the course of this week is we're not going to be seeing much activity, but temperatures are going to be into the roller coaster. It's going to be mild for today and tomorrow and dry throughout this week and going into next week, but the cold of winter's bite will return as we head into our Wednesday and will carry into our Friday as well. But the good news is we will see seasonable temperatures coming back heading into the weekend, but we're still going to stay on the dry side, and I know we all are looking for some snow because we haven't gotten much of it so far this winter.
No, we haven't. All right, Julian, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.